good evening. It's your boy, rather, grown-ass man, Ralph Anthony Garcia, also known as the King Ralph. Hashtag Universe 25 on Ruckus Radio.
We are here today to break down some of these conspiracy theories that we have on the brain out there in the nation. We got questions, we got answers. We ain't the perfect, we ain't the professional. We gonna shine a light on some things that I'm sure that y'all have questions on.
And this is Universe 25 on Ruckus Radio.
Welcome world. This the Illuminati cool with the K. Okay.
Hello, and good evening. It's your boy, rather, grown-ass man, Ralph Anthony Garcia, also known as the King Ralph. Hashtag Universe 25 on Ruckus Radio.
We are here today to break down some of these conspiracy theories that we have on the brain out there in the nation. We got questions, we got answers. We ain't the perfect, we ain't the professional. We gonna shine a light on some things that I'm sure that y'all have questions on.
And this is Universe 25 on Ruckus Radio.
Welcome world. This the Illuminati cool with the K. Okay.
Hello, and good evening. It's your boy, rather, grown-ass man, Ralph Anthony Garcia, also known as the King Ralph. Hashtag Universe 25 on Ruckus Radio.
We are here today to break down some of these conspiracy theories that we have on the brain out there in the nation. We got questions, we got answers. We ain't the perfect, we ain't the professional. We gonna shine a light on some things that I'm sure that y'all have questions on.
And this is Universe 25 on Ruckus Radio. From executive producer Blockchain DJ. Before I begin, I would like to give a big shout to Tiffany and Dawn. Take a bow, ladies. The Tiffany versus Dawn Ralph Goes Ham episode has been viewed over 1,000 times. Congratulations. HWO. Like, share, and subscribe to Ruckus Radio. There's more to Universe 25, that is hashtag Universe 25, than the name can sufficiently convey. But in time, and with the revelation of many tales of the esoteric and unknown, you, the listener, will begin to see the things that no one else can see, and you will soon know of that which had previously been shrouded in mystery. The truth is what we will expose. We will separate the lies that we are all fed from the truth that is our dystopian reality. We are surrounded by the beautiful ones, and they are forfeiting their tomorrow to live in the lie. We will rise above it all and escape the fate of this false utopia through the lessons brought about by Universe 25. Hello and good evening. It's your boy, rather grown-ass man, Ralph Anthony Garcia, also known as R4, the Regal, the Royal, Ruckus Ralph, your master of ceremonies. I am hereby joined by the Overfiend, the Oracle, the Minister General of Information, JPS, Jean Paul Shelton, and our esteemed host, the man who is not the father to my Maury. And sorry, he's not sorry, the coolest of the cool, Illuminati cool. Tonight, we present to you Book 11, Patriots Day. What really happened, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, this is hashtag Universe 25 on Ruckus Radio.
Hello to the people today. It's Thursday. Tomorrow be Friday. You got one more day to work. And guess what? We about to fill you up with this information on 9/11. Welcome to the portal. Welcome to the internet land. Welcome to my engine, Regal Royal Ruckus Ralph, Jean-Paul Shelton over there, Ruckus Radio over there, and executive producer, DJ Blockchain. He over there too. We here today, hashtag Universe 25, to break y'all mind on what happened in September 11th. Ralph, what happened? What were you doing? What were you doing on September 11th?
On that day, such a beautiful, sunny morning. The air
Wasn't it a Tuesday?
I can't recall. I'm sorry to say it has been that long ago, that I don't remember exactly the day of it. But I know it was a weekday. I was on my way to work.
Mm-hmm.
I was leaving the Bronx, going into Manhattan. And I happened to be working around the Columbia University area. And the grounds, where we were at, in this particular building. And just so happened, the TV was on in this fraternity. They were all watching the television, shocked, moaning, groaning. Me and my partners, we were like, what the hell is going on over here? So we get to watching the television too. And all of us just watching this television. And we're looking at one of the buildings being hit. And I'm like, the hell? Is that a plane inside the building? What the?
Shit.
Needless to say, that day, I can tell you all about that day, but we don't have the time. Let's get to it. Yo, they renamed it Patriots Day. I wonder what that really is all about. But I got to tell you, 9/11 on that day, for me, was an emotional day, no doubt.
I can hear it, man. I can hear it. I can dig it.
So before I delve too deeply, cool, take me away, bro.
Yo, we know this is a touching subject, so we're going to tread lightly. I'm a little nervous myself. There's so much information out there, and this should be an easy book, Ralph. This should be an easy book because we all know, people in the portal, I know you know. People in internet land, I know you want to know. We know the truth. The truth is, and let's just listen. I have to tell you, aliens, and alienettes you men and women, you boys and girls, you males and females all the time. What is it? We don't want to make you believers. We just want to make you thinkers. Just think about this for a minute. Take off that coat you got on. Put on this coat. Put on this coat. And then when you put on this coat, take your time with it and open your mind with it. You got it? You got it? Now here we go. This is what supposedly happened Tuesday, September 11th, 2001. I remember this like it was yesterday. Quote me if I'm wrong. If it was Monday, please let me know. But I believe I went to work that Monday and I ain't like it. And then Tuesday I come in and like you said, Ralph, it was a beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
So, supposedly 19 hijackers directed by Osama bin Laden choreographed such an event, weaved out of our air defense system. Even though the pilots of these hijacked planes failed their flight instructors class, still managed to throw their planes into these targets. Now, there's a lot of conspiracy theories being flown around that even just maybe these planes were remote controlled and there was nobody in the plane. I ain't going there with it. Let's just go to what the 9/11 Commission states. 19 hijackers went ham in New York, Pennsylvania, and D.C. All right, and while doing all of this, it was they hit 75% of their targets. What happened in Shanksville, we still don't know. No one's asking the question. So tonight we're going to ask all those questions. I want you guys to focus. Let's get focused. If you sip and sip, if you smoke and smoke, join us on hashtag Universe25. Before we go any further, I know Ralph, you have to tell the people something, don't you?
Yes, indeed. We're talking about Book 11, Patriots Day. What really happened, huh? Good evening. Tonight's report is a special one indeed, commemorating the 11th book in our series with a report of the attacks on 9/11. All of our listeners will certainly be familiar with the official story. It is a tale, and I use that term quite deliberately, that has circled the globe for nearly 2 decades, reshaping the hearts and minds of all that have heard it or been unfortunate enough to be subjected to it. What I refer to, of course, is the official story that on Tuesday, September 11th of 2001, a series of 4 coordinated attacks by Islamic terrorists, a group they referred to as Al-Qaeda, hijacked 4 jetliners in the area of the eastern seaboard, flights 11, 175, 77, and 93. Flights 11, 175, 77, and 93. 2 were used to fell the Twin Towers, while a third was used to strike the Pentagon. The 4th was said to be brought down by the courageous passengers that crashed it outside of Shanksville, Pennsylvania, rather than allow it to be used to commit the attacks it had been intended for. On this day, on U.S. soil, 2,996 people were killed and over 6,000 were injured. The Twin Towers of the World Trade Center were reduced to rubble, as well as Building 7, oddly enough, $10 billion in damage was done, and countless families suffered. To this day, the effects of that act resonate across the globe in the form of hate, fear, and war and destruction. I say act and not terrorize. I say act and not terrorize is act with great deliberation. For the official story, this is merely just the very tip of the iceberg. Folks, this is Universe 25 on Ruckus Radio.
And goddamn it, I'm already a half J in. And I want to do this, Ralph. Let's hit the easy stuff first. Let's get the freaks out the way. Let's get the shit out our system. Flight 93. Flight 93. Y'all know there was not a piece of evidence of plane was found in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, and they have a memorial for that site. Wally Miller. Let's just hit him with the heat right now. Wally Miller stated he never found not even a drop of blood. After 3 hours of being there, it turned into more of an investigation of some other sort. He wasn't trying to recover blood. I hear, oh, is this, Kells? Is Kells online? I hear background.
Not yet. Nothing here. Go on.
Okay, so Wally Miller stated that he didn't find not even a drop of blood in the investigation. This is Somerset County coroner. He works as the coroner. He was there when the supposed flight went down, and that flight vaporized. Now, I like to ask the portal, do you really believe that shit? Could it be perhaps that there was no Flight 93? And if there was a Flight 93, did it actually crash at Shanksville? Think about it. Ralph, what do you think about Shanksville before I want you to recognize?
You know, I heard about it, as did the world, and I believe they made a movie out of it too, as well. It was
the first one of the event. They always try to do a movie. They do a movie prior to, after the event is laid down, they do a movie. So everybody, oh yes, we remember that, and oh shit, that was one of the worst days of our lives, and I'm gonna go see the movie and do my Patriots thing. So check it. They made this film. It was one of the first films laid down, and then it was World Trade Center, correct? It was Flight 93. And did anyone see that film? It was just so Fisher Price to me. I mean, even in the movie, after watching the movie, I say, ain't no way that flight should have went down then with all them motherfuckers in it. Ain't no way. Somebody got to get stabbed. Okay, if all 19 came in with box cutters and got through, peep it, they had box cutters. They had the meeting prior to busting them down something. It was about 12 of them. I'm like this. Hey, look, you getting stabbed. After you get stabbed, I'm busting the Bama with the right hand, and I want you, homegirl, you come in with that heel, and you make sure you crack that eye. After that, we got to get the pilot. Anybody out here know how to fly? If not, we gonna have to run this thing how we run it. But we got to get them up off of us, because obviously something going down that we don't want to go down. Can you dig it? I mean, can you feel what I'm saying? Ain't no way in America, no hijackers with box cutters gonna take over no plane and get away with it. Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Believe it or not, did it happen? Was the plane reverted to a base? Were they told to keep quiet? Were they? Something to think about, because if there's no evidence of plane in Shanksville, then you obviously must have to discount that theory, and that's the 25% that wasn't hit. Now, how do we want to go about the next 3 targets that were hit successfully? You want to go to the Pentagon, home base? I'm not too far from it. Let's hit it. It didn't get hit by a plane. Simple and plain. It did not get hit by a plane. Ain't no way.
Hold on 2 seconds, Cool. We gotta pump the brakes just for this moment. We will delve deeply, but for now, I have to shout. Next up, I'm talking about Nikki Jean, the one that's gonna be hosting this beautiful program called Next Up. This part of the program has been brought to you by Next Up, starring Nikki Jean. And tonight, we will feature Kells Wavy. You can find Kells Wavy, a.k.a. Kells Fargo, on Facebook, the Gram, SoundCloud. He's also on Twitter. And find him right here on Ruckus Radio. Folks, we're only the surfacing head of this Leviathan with its greater horror beneath the surface. Tonight, we take our first look at the mystery and deception that is the military-industrial complex, and one of its tried and true tactics, the false flag. Or was it? On #Universe25. Take it away, Cool.
I told y'all books ago that there's a small group of an elite folk that are playing games with our lives. They want us to do something. This event in 2001 showed it. Let's get to the Pentagon, where my source happens to be Jesse Ventura. You can pick this DVD up. You can eBay this thing. You ain't got to get it from me, but if you want to, send me a PayPal. Let me know you want it. I'll try to burn a copy. I'll send it straight to you. This episode, he interviewed, I'll say, eyewitness. When she was there, she works there. She worked at the Pentagon. She states it wasn't a plane. She didn't see a plane. She didn't look out the window. She heard a loud noise as if it was a jet fighter maybe. And, before she knew it, she brought her baby with her. Before she knew it, the Pentagon blows up. Now, she's clinging. I think her baby was still safe, but she was clinging because a lot of shit was all over the place. When an explosion hit, you don't know what's going to happen. So she survived it, long story short. And in the interview, she kept it kind of short. I guess that was theatrics, but, I looking her up. I got to get her name. The mind slips me. Her name, I don't know. But I can get you the copy of that video. And if you don't want the copy, you can Google Jesse Ventura. You can figure out where he's putting his videos, because those videos are vital. That's a source that I got from that witness at the Pentagon. Now let's dive deeper. Let's talk Rolls-Royce engine. Before we talk Rolls-Royce engine, we talk about a lot of money right there, aren't we? We talk about a lot of money right there on that plane, supposedly, right?
Shit. Come on.
Titanium. This is titanium we talking about. This is titanium with a whole lot of other tough shit mixed in.
Come on,
right? It's a 6-ton engine. 6 tons. You got 2 of them things on your plane. Peep it. Supposedly this type style, let's go back. Because before this all happened in September 10th, Donald Rumsfeld, what did Donald Rumsfeld say? We can't account for how much money? John Paul, if you're in the portal, let them know how much money couldn't they account for September 10th at the Pentagon? Peep it.
Dare I say, in the trillions?
In the trillions. Before the September 11th event even went down, he Monday, hey, we done lost some bread.
That's a lot of bread.
A lot of bread. And then boom. Supposedly the nose of the plane was in the middle. Was it at the end of the Pentagon, in the middle of the Pentagon, the dive, or was it on the other side? I think it was in the dive because the Pentagon is big as shit, right? So run that back. This Rolls Royce. What was the plane? The plane was mine slips me. Because we're going to dive into everything surrounding the Pentagon. We're not going to just stop at what the plane did, supposedly. Okay, now, if it was a plane like the planes that hit the towers, let's just assume, because we don't know exactly what type of plane it was, but Pete, let's assume that it was one of the planes that hit the towers. Shouldn't the impact at the Pentagon be, I'll give you, give them 10 feet, 10 feet. 10 feet wide on each side, at least, right? You see that little hole that big ass plane left? How? Peep it. The 6-ton Rolls Royce engine that I was talking about, all that titanium, you should be able to see that upon impact. You know, the news covered that, remember? I'm going to pause right there. Can I take a squigger of the squigger?
Take a minute.
For a minute?
Take a quick minute.
I mean, I just told them that planes are made. Them engines are tough, man. They built Ford tough. Fuck Ford. They talking Rolls Royce engines, 6 tons each. Wasn't recovered at the site where it hit the Pentagon. You can look this shit up. I'm not lying to you. Let me give you a resource. Let me give you one more resource. I'm going to give you more, but let me give you this one. Zeitgeist. It took me a minute to pronounce that. I finally got, we're probably saying it wrong anyway, but y'all know what it is. Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist. You have to pay for it. I see that there's like a $sign nearby, but if you search deeper, you might find somebody to post. That's why I love the internet, man. Pause for the call. If this subject is getting, go ahead, Ralph. You got it.
Let us delve back, to a little situation about Flight 93 or the supposed Flight 93.
Taking it back to Shanks, baby.
Shanks, well, Pennsylvania. All right. Shout out to y'all. All right.
Pittsburgh,
Pennsylvania. There are many tales of what occurred, but what can immediately be discounted by the physical evidence is that an intact jet liner never made contact with the ground in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
The Pentagon is also a fairy tale.
Come on.
The carnage and destruction that comes hand in hand with such things cannot be seen at this crash site. And 2 trillion happen to be reported missing. I repeat, 2 trillion, not million, not billion, trillion happen to be reported missing from the offices that were destroyed by the quote-unquote plane crash. And only those offices? Come on.
Peep it. Hey. Come on, man. For real. We about to, look. And I quote, because don't quote me on this, because I ain't said this shit. You have to have an enemy image in order to have a society. Who said that? Carl Schmitt, born in 1888, died 1985. He was a political theorist. He studied Nazism. He even worked with them. I'm going to stop there. I say his name. I only say his name because I reference, man, that shit was deep. Think about it. Look at society today now. We don't have another enemy. Our only enemy now is Russia, who is Putin, and we got Korea. We over there, you know, when we mentioned this several books back about how those two like to size up nukes. You don't play that way. You know, I'm not gonna wave my gun in my enemy's face. If I wave it in his face, I have to pull the trigger.
Let's go.
Now, let's apply those same rules to what's going on today. Somebody about to pull his trigger. Or all of them just punks. One or the other. And I told y'all book back. Don't be scared, man. We can't control this shit. We can spark a revolution, and I told y'all how we can do that.
Talk to him.
There was a reason why we wanted to go in the Pentagon. They said they couldn't. The evidence is showing that a plane couldn't have hit the Pentagon. So what did hit the Pentagon? There's some eyewitness reports that seen a jet fighter fly near the Pentagon, and all flights were supposed to be grounded because of which, right?
Right.
There was eyewitness reports of a white shiny, it was a silver shiny plane flying like way over the Pentagon when that let me just be real. We all think a missile hit that Pentagon, don't we? Your folks, your own government got everybody so compartmentalized that they told these motherfucking fighter jets to shoot a missile at the Pentagon because we were missing some trillions of dollars and we need something to throw these motherfuckers off. I can't believe Donald Rumsfeld came out with that type of information. We need we need something to draw them away. Can you believe that shit? Bang, yeah. Pentagon goes down. 100. Go ahead, you got it.
My bad. Check this out. The rest of that area of the Pentagon was under construction, conveniently empty of any additional employees. Now, what the hell is that about?
Yeah. How many people perished in that situation? Was it shit. That's me flipping through the pages. I forgot. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Shit. You know what? I don't have all that died, but if you guys can research, hey, it's right there. You could even look at that line as 9/11 Commission book, because if one thing they told you who died, they told you the amount of people who died. They told you that. Why are they doing this, Ralph? Why are they doing this? Why are they playing war games with their own people?
Come on.
What happened?
Somebody has to account for those $2 trillion missing dollars that they ain't about to start explaining about. Huh? What really happened? What really happened?
Let's talk about who met the morning of the event. And this event was a Carlyle Group event. It was sanctioned by the Carlyle Group. Salute to Jean Paul, my oracle. Yep. About to hit him with some more heat, brother.
Oh, check this out. Quick report. 184 people.
184 people perished because a group of people want to play war games with us.
People want to lie. People had to die because people want to lie.
You know what I'm saying?
As poetic as that sounds, it will be poetic if it wasn't so tragic.
This shit fucked up, for real, if you ask me. Prepare for more, man. That's all I can tell the people. Las Vegas was a terrorist attack.
A very small number.
We don't even need to know the conclusion. We just know that y'all motherfuckers did it. I'm tired of blaming the lost soul that just fell out of whack and just said, you know what, I'm going to go somewhere and just whack motherfuckers. Nah, it might be some Manchurian candidates going down.
Come on.
Oops. Oops. No one asked that. No one asked that question. But most people they like to throw out MK Ultra like they know about it. Mm-hmm. But then when you really get down and deep into it, I don't believe it. Come on, I told you they were 40, 50 years ahead of time in technology. They just showing you a little bits and pieces. We like to dive into the fact these motherfuckers know how to create life a little bit longer for themselves. Sleep it. Let me dive back in because there's a main event in this show that I want to get to, and it's the towers. I want to let y'all know that the FBI was there at the crash site at the Pentagon faster than any fire truck that could get there. They recovered most of what was laying out in that field. Everything that you could probably link to a missile, everything you can probably link to as far as video. The only video we got is 3 or 4 still shots of explosion. But if you look carefully in those 4 still shots, these motherfuckers told on themselves because there is no plane. Bam.
God damn it. As were the Twin Towers, only under 3,000 people, thousands of people were killed because it was a holiday or some such reason. The buildings were running on a skeleton crew. As accurate and supposedly planned as these attacks were, one would hardly think that oversights like this would have been made. The towers were regularly occupied by 8,000 plus people. Now, just thinking, all right, of that day, we happened to, me and the boys in that fraternity house watching this on TV as it took place. We was just amazed. Like, we didn't know what was what. All you saw was words live on the upper left-hand screen, and you see this building of bacon. And then, as we were watching, we couldn't make out the reporters, what they were saying, because we were busy in frenzy. We was just watching this television set, hollering, what the fuck? Next thing you know, pow! Another plane hits the other building. Like, what the fuck was that?
Look.
Boom.
Hey, let's take our time with the towers, man. Let's take our time with the towers. I didn't get a chance to salute the Don. Yes, I'm cheating tonight. I didn't tell y'all who met up in Fairfax, Virginia, near the CIA building, because they live there. They live there. Let's slow it down. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me clear?
I better back it up because I said 8,000 and I'm supposed to have said 80,000 plus people regularly occupied the Twin Towers day in, day out. 80,000 people. Huh?
Can you imagine if they had waited till about 12 o'clock?
Right.
Come on, man. Real. Look, if I wanted to inflict pain on this country because I hate this country so much, I don't hate this country. If I was a hater of this country, and I really wanted to inflict damage, and I did my research, and Bin Laden did his homework, because Mr. Tim Osman, speaking of Tim Osman, the people that met up at Fairfax, Virginia, was George H.W. Bush. He met up with Bin Laden's older brother, Shafiq Bin Laden, at the Carlyle Group event. They lived, his family, his brother lived in Fairfax, Virginia. They met up the morning of September 11th. Why is this going on? I know what you're asking. What is the Carlyle Group? Listen for it. You
Talk to 'em.
hear the paper flipping?
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you who the Carlisle Group is so you can connect your dots. La, 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 la. Who said that?
Teach it to 'em.
Pee-wee. Carlisle Group. Y'all ain't people. World's largest defense contractor. They continue to reap massive profits on post 9/11 war on terrorism and Afghan wars. You know we still out there shooting giants, y'all. You know we still out there shooting folks, y'all. We in there just chilling at this point. We might be collecting them poppy fields. We need that too. So why we still in Afghanistan? 8 years ago, there was a dude that said, hey, I'm bringing them back. Why they still there, though?
Mm-hmm.
Did he fail his promise? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know he ain't do too much, man. Go ahead. Just come on with it. Come on, man. Do we need to spell this? This is easy. This is easy. So do y'all know what's going on at this point? The Carlisle Group, one of our largest defense contractors, defense. This is defense. This is like Northrop and Grumman up there. You know, they meet at the Bohemian Grove too. They part of that. Washington Post was there. That's why you don't get your information like you should. You get it here. #Universe25. I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you today. Now let's get to these towers. Because at 9:03, I don't know when the first tower hit. I know I was working on 17th and G. In DC. I was there. That shit was crazy. We couldn't get out. Everything was like gridlock. Couldn't take the subway. We didn't take the subway. But that shit was crazy. I was working in the bowels of the what building was that? That was the Office of Thrift Supervision. I was in the basement. I was in the mail courier business. I was a mail courier engineer. But when that tower hit, man, life changed. We all hid under the desk when we heard the Pentagon got hit. What else happened? Okay, so the towers got hit. Before we get into the towers, I'd like to salute the NY Fire Department. Man, y'all are some warriors out there.
Facts, though.
Y'all went in, I don't know if, I wouldn't even have went a block close. I wouldn't have been a block near the towers if I was a fire. Now, you know what? Today, I quit. No shit. All right? Today, I quit. I'm not going in there. Nah. Not me. Funny.
Salute to the bravest, bro. Facts.
That's why I know we gotta salute them, man. They, as well as we have a donation from Mr. Nason. You want to get that right?
Oh, I got it, man. Mr. Nason says there was a gas station next to the Pentagon that had cameras. The government took the tape. Hashtag. And how convenient.
They snatched the shit out them shits. They said, you won't see that. But we'll just tell you a jetliner hit it. A jetliner with two 6-ton engines, Rolls Royce engines, that is. Boom, 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 boom. That live bill. Back to the
That's one of my favorite sound effects, not for nothing.
Man, Price is Right, right? Price is Right.
Yes.
Man, check it. When these towers hit, man, when the planes hit, I didn't think that later on that day the towers would land. They would go down in demolition form. I didn't know that was. I thought at least, you know, the people up top, they probably wouldn't make it, but the ones below, they should be able to, you know, hit the exits and go. Never would I thought, and I was watching it all day. I know people in the portal. I know you were watching it as well. Wasn't it fishy when you seen the towers come down like that? The first thought of your head, the first thought that came to my mind was demolition like a motherfucker.
Okay, I was thinking something straight out of Vegas when those buildings were coming down the same exact way.
Indeed. Come on, man. A plane in 1993 the FBI hired Ahmad Salam to carry out bombing. What they wanted to do, they wanted to implement a terrorist act. Let me get to it. In '93, Ahmad Salam thought it was like a false flag, so he was thinking they was going to give him like smoke bombs, something that wouldn't, it'll put the fear in the heart of the people, but it wouldn't kill the people. It would just do some damage and smoke it up. Smoke it up. Upon the day it was supposed to happen, they gave him real bombs. He said, "Oh, this, you want me to carry this out this way?" They said, yeah. So he did it. Unfortunately, but fortunately, I'll just say unfortunately, 6 people died for the government, for the FBI, that is. 6 people lost their lives due to the fuckery of the elite. Because we all know who the Illuminati is, right? He's cool. Hey, he's cool.
All right. With a K, okay.
They better get it right. If they put a C by anything, not that I have a problem with C's now, just put the K in there. Y'all know my name. That's why I put the K down there. But anyway, '93, he carried out this bombing. It didn't do enough damage. So fast forward 2 years later, what happened? Oklahoma City. That took out 168 people. That was enough to put down the Anti-Terrorism Act. And as you know now, that Terrorism Act got stronger and stronger. Every event that's carried out, it just gets stronger and stronger.
Oh, that makes sense. Damn. And then Building 7. Oh, my bad.
Building 7. Go. Let's go to the hijackers again. Let's go to the hackers of the plane, the ones that hacked in. They said supposedly there's some people still living that were hijackers of September 11th. Let me tell you, one of them, their name is, I'm going to fuck this up, y'all, but give me a minute.
Come on. Give it to him.
Here we go. Abdulaziz Al-Omari. When he found out, this was in September 23rd, 2001, my source, peep the source. The source is the Telegraph. He states, I couldn't believe it. When I seen my name, I was like, no, I couldn't possibly fly a plane. And I couldn't possibly commit a suicide bombing. I'm alive. I'm here now. Is his quote. Not verbatim, you know. I ain't with that. But yeah, this is what he said. He's still living. He was one of the 19 hijackers. And guess what? The FBI still has yet to revise their list. Peep it. Right? And it's 2018. This shit happened damn near 20 years ago. And you know what? A couple years, we're going to do this 20-year anniversary. Is something going to happen?
Sure.
Think about it, y'all. What happened? You know they planning something else. They close to getting everybody chipped up. I told y'all about Wisconsin. You know what Wisconsin doing with that RFID chip. I told y'all we was connecting the dots all along. Y'all wasn't paying attention. Trust. Hashtag Universe 25, because we just giving you gems. We're not saying we professionals. We just want to ask the questions y'all scared to ask. For
goodness.
We putting it out there. And together, in the portal, on the conspiracy ship, we going to figure out what's going on out here, right? Y'all with me? 7s if you with us. 9/11s.
Like a motherfucker.
And 9/11s if you want to represent. We going right in to the Twin Towers. We going right in. So, supposedly, when the planes hit, the jet fuel melted the steel columns and brought the buildings down in pancake form, is what you would read in the 9/11 Commission. I didn't read it verbatim. What the fuck? If y'all hear anything, it's like, I'm not too far from Andrews Air Force Base, and I got the black helicopters too. But let me continue. Yeah, so that was the 9/11 Commission report. I'm going to give you the report that I suspect, and through research, I think what happened. Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember. You can't go back that far, but if you work near the towers, were there ever fire drills? They said they had fire drills months prior. And if you look at how the towers came down, if you look at the after effect, you'll see that the columns clearly look like it's been cut. It doesn't look like jet fuel went down and melted the steel columns like in cut form. And when I say cut form, there's a way you have to demolish the buildings in their columns. You have to angle it out. I think correct me if I'm wrong, Ralph. Is it a 45-degree angle or is it a 90-degree angle? Whatever it is, I know it's slanted, right?
Mm-hmm. That would be a 45-degree angle if it's slanted.
Okay, thank you. I wasn't good in math. Look, true story. 11th grade year, I asked my teacher, look, I'm going to try. I'm not going to sleep in your class. I'm not going to skip your class. Just give me a C, and we good to go. Mm-hmm. He said, if you show initiative and you try on your test, I just give you a C. But if you do any better, you get your B and A. I think, thank you, bruh. I'm not going to tell you what my school is because the county's under scrutiny. But you can kind of piece together the puzzle. But anyway, that was in 99. Fast forward to 2001. Dang. Do y'all really think jet fuel brought down them towers? Because I just told you they angled out the columns. When you go back and look, because I know y'all gonna go back and look. When you see that when the towers are down and you see some of them columns still standing strong, you'll see that them things at an angle, like they sharp. It's sharp. You get what I'm saying, y'all? Can I continue?
Yes.
Molten lava was found under the towers. This dispels the two planes bringing the towers down. And let's swing it to let's swing it to Building 7. Why in the world did that building come down, right? Think about it. Let me stop right there.
Building 7 was a 40-story building, almost completely evacuated.
Fuck that come down for?
Having only sustained minor damage. And I was corrected. It would be a 90-degree angle if it's slanted. My bad. 90
degrees, y'all.
Please forgive me. I got just about 90 degrees going on in my room right now with the goddamn project heat, man. It's driving me crazy. I'm sweating. I feel like I'm trying to stop a bomb from going off. I am definitely sweating buckets. So if you would let me try to cool it down.
We're gonna cool it. We're gonna cool it for our 4 real quick. So if you and your second J, enjoy it. If you and your second drink, enjoy it. Salute to the new folks. Salute to the new folks that's tuning in. I got a couple folks that said they was gonna tune in tonight. If they're not live, you'll hear this rebroadcast. Salute to you, all of you. Hey, so check, right? Molten lava was found under these buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Dare I say lava? Let me really be specific. Thermite was found under the buildings. It was like molten lava. It was found 3 weeks after. That's why you continuously seen that site smoking. Smoke on if you smoking. You get the drift. This was discovered. Like, give me a minute. You're going to hit a flip. You hit a flip?
Come on.
You're going to flip it one more time.
Do it.
What? How about one more again? One more again. Thanks. All right, here we go.
Come on, folks. Bless us with those 7s.
To be specific, in September 16th, this stuff was found. Now, in order to bring shit down like that, you must thermite. Thermite isn't explosive. Y'all know that, right?
Yikes.
It's mixed with molten iron and aluminum oxide. Whew, I almost fucked that up. So when this stuff burns off, it comes off as dust. Am I making sense of what happened on September 11th now?
Shit. Talk to them.
Hey, y'all gotta pay attention because this molten, this thermite, was exaggerated with thermate. Thermate is Thermate is a patented compound of thermite. So that's something we created. That's thermite's cousin, clone cousin. Dare I say that, if you will. Y'all listening? Thermite and thermate were used to bring these towers down. And like I said, prior to, they were having fire drills where, you know, when they had these fire drills, folks, this is how they set it up. When the fire drills were on, those folks went in. When the workers were out, those folks went in. It's said to also the towers. I read this before and I heard it through a friend of mine. They said it was gold located in the towers. You know anything about that, Ralph?
Man.
Another reason why?
I like to think that there's something sospechoso going on here more than it meets the damn eye. That's for goddamn sure. Dude, I'm sorry, man. It's a lot of suspect shit.
It's a lot of shit. Shit that's not gonna fit in this show. But what we just basically trying to tell you is that 9/11 was an inside job. And before we gave you books prior to, they told you that there's a group in the elite playing games with our lives. And in order for us to beat them, all we have to do is stop. They operate through our compartmentalization. Think about it. You go to work and you work for somebody who works for somebody who works for somebody. It's a pyramid scheme. If you turn that dollar that we talked about the other day, you'll see that it's nothing but a pyramid scheme. Y'all saying the New World Order is coming. The New World Order is already here. They already took your liberties. They took your civil liberties by National Defense Authorization Act. You can pull this up and you can read every act in that. I mean,
the New World Order is already here.
It's already here. There's bullet points all through the NDAA. And guess who it was signed by? I mean, it was implemented way back when, but, you know, your boy had the audacity to sign it on Christmas Eve when everybody was doing their last minute shopping.
Wow.
And you couldn't even vote on it because you really don't have your voting powers. It's still the illusion, man. I want y'all to vote, but I want y'all to vote local. Man, they gonna put whoever they want in office in office. Mm-hmm. You just gotta vote local. And that's what everybody's been telling you over the past 8 years. We gotta prepare for some shit to kick off, and it's already off. Trump in office. The worst motherfucker in office. We put the worst motherfucker in office. Now look what we got to do. We have to prepare for the next term. That's voting local and getting ready to push somebody independently up in that position, ready to die, because that's exactly what's going to happen. You're not going to fuck with the elite. They already got this shit planned out. That's why you need to live your life the way you need to live your life, how you want to live it.
And
don't be reckless.
If you've never been to New York City, you know you're in for it, man. Like that's probably on a lot of people's bucket lists if you want to talk about living life to the fullest. Take a trip to New York, Come on. I'll welcome you myself.
Yo, remember the propaganda they was pushing when this shit happened? Terrorism, Taliban, Al-Qaeda.
They even came out with a color-coded system.
Yeah, today is Orange Day. Today is Orange Day. And you motherfuckers left out the house thinking it was Orange Day. Really? Oh, it's Red Day today. I'm calling out. You know, people actually, was we ever in the red? I know red was like, stay your ass home. Mm-hmm. But I know right under that, we was that a couple times, and I believe it was orange. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Does that shit even exist now? No, probably not.
They knew it was bullshit from the get-go.
Come on now.
Man, there's some shit going down. They're planning something right now, probably for next month.
Sure.
They gotta let us chill for a few.
Yo, let me back it up and let's talk a little more about the 7, the building 7. Let's get more 7 in the portal. Let's see some more sevens in the portal so we can
'Cause
delve
we
deep
are-
into the seven.
Yo,
JC7.
if you wanna resource anything, Loose Chains let me say this right.
Oh, shit.
Loose Change.
God damn it. Come on,
That
talk
film isn't that the film where they showed the folk dropping and all you heard was the splat? I was like, oh my God. Put
Very
yourself in
graphic
their
shit.
shoes. Hey, would you have jumped, Ralph, or would you have went down?
I don't know, man. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know how to answer that question. And,
Man,
and for you to even ask it right now, I had to like stand here and picture it.
Ain't it a trippy move?
Yo,
Ain't it a trippy move? Y'all ever think about
Dude.
that? Like, what would you have done? What would
hearts
you
in
have
your
done?
throat. Like, what are you supposed to do? Really, you only have seconds, mere
You have
seconds to think about
oh
it.
my goodness, man.
Come on,
Shoot.
man. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Rest in peace to those who lost their lives through this bullshit from our elite folk that we put in office to make these decisions to be stupid.
Do you know the sizes of these skyscrapers? You never been to New York City? You
Yes.
will not. You cannot. You won't understand the size or the sizes of these skyscrapers. Not just the Twin Towers, but World Trade Center number 7, a 40-story megalith the size of the Great Pyramid at Giza,
There you
was
go.
felled by isolated fires on several floors, and it collapsed into its own footprint at free fall speed or greater, exhibiting all the traits of a controlled demolition.
Hey.
Just like, let me repeat that part, exhibiting all of the
Yes.
traits of a controlled demolition, just like the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center. As I said about Vegas, if you'll recall, that very week there had been a special on public television about how Las Vegas was being rebuilt. They went in depth with the methodology of how a controlled demolition works. When they walk the audience through the process of imploding a building so that it will collapse into its own footprint, one would have to wonder if that we're conditioning for the audience or mere coincidence. Thermite and controlled demolitions. Thermite and controlled demolitions. May I say it one more time before I pass it to you, Pooh?
Hey, please do, because I'm on the wing ready to shoot it.
Thermite and controlled demolitions.
What I want y'all to do is YouTube that right there alone, what Ralph just said. YouTube that and check on how these buildings fell. And now let's turn our attention to Building 7. Building 7 was a ways away. Wasn't it? It was about 200 yards away.
Close enough.
There was also a building that was hit by I don't know what the fuck that was, but this shit was huge. And it like they said when it hit the initial impact, this shit flew and like it was like a metal, big ass metal. Come on, y'all, pause. It was like a metal rod. It hit the building and it stuck there. Shit was wild. It was like a dart. But that building didn't come down. That building didn't flame on. Building 7 was a ways away, and all of a sudden, about 5 o'clock, between 5 and 6, boom. And they said because a few floors were on fire, and guess what? There was thermate under that building as well. So come on, man. Now it's time to ask these folk, what the fuck you do 2001, September 11th? What the fuck you do?
What really happened, eh? Deception and theatricality. Powerful agents to the uninitiated. All right, listen. deception and theatricality. That's kind of like an oxymoron. You know? In almost 90% of theater,
we have a unit chat.
Any kind of theater. Okay, I got it. Wait, let me get it back. I will get it back. Yes. Hold on, I'll get it right now. In the meantime, theater, 90% of all theater, isn't there always some bullshit like drama? It's always got to be some drama.
Yeah, Stanley Kubrick drama, like faking moon landing type drama. Stanley Kubrick. Like I was in bed with them motherfuckers at the Bohemian Grove before. They told me how to do the shit. Type shit.
It's funny how his last movie, Eyes Wide Shut, was all about that bullshit. Huh? In the meantime, let me shout out AC Amazing Confections when she says, salute to the entire her family. Hashtag her family. Hashtag her ladies. Salute to the one and only Amazing Confections.
Salute to the ladies on International Women's Day. Salute.
Yes, happy Women's Day. Deception and theatricality.
Yeah.
Uninitiated, but we are initiated. All right? Powerful agents to the uninitiated, but we are initiated. Us here, the inhabitants of the U-25 Express. Hashtag Universe 25. The surface.
Hey.
Right?
Woo.
The very surface where we taking this ride on. Trust me, it's going to be a smooth ride.
You know why?
I ain't having it. Come on, cool. Talk to him.
Because the engine is magnificent. My engine is fantastically spectacular. And all I do on a conspiracy ship is what, y'all? Baby, let's cruise away from here. All right, back to Building 7. When it came down in the center. Fold a piece of paper. The indent going in, when you flip that paper up, it should look like a V. I always give y'all a simple challenge. Just get a piece of paper, fold it. The V that you make, that's exactly how Building 7 came down. Also, in controlled demolition form, they said they didn't want the regular pancake because we didn't want any buildings to get hit. I didn't say they didn't say that verbatim. They didn't say that, but a demolition expert said that if you didn't want to get the other buildings hit, that's where you hit the center. So you crumble it in the center, and it goes inward, not outward or in pancake form. Let's get back to the towers, because when the towers came down, if y'all take the still shots from each shot going down, each of the 8 seconds, because that's how long it took for the towers to come down, research, you'll see below are explosions coming out of each floor prior to that floor coming down. I'm gonna say this again. When you look at Loose Change, because they do it, when you look at that movie, they'll give you a slow-mo, but as they do the slow-mo, you do a pause. You pause it, and you could actually see the explosion coming out before that floor comes down. So again, with the fire drills that they did a month prior, the setup, the steel beams being cut, demolition. Building 7, demolition.
Mm-hmm.
Debris.
What was covered up over there? What was covered up? What was over there?
What was over there? Wasn't that the CIA building?
Sir, check this out. Follow the money.
Follow the money. That's where the money at. They got rid of all the money.
Mm-hmm. As with any other crime, and yes, I did say crime, Building 7 housed the criminal cases against Enron.
Oh shit.
Why?
Mm.
Billions. And I said billions. Millions. Millions is change
Millions.
to these
Chump
people.
change. That's some shit we want.
Yeah. Billions in gold was stored beneath the Twin Towers and evacuated, but
Yes.
never accounted for. Why?
Let me tell you. I done heard that story too many times and read it too many times for me not to believe that there was gold housed under the Twin Towers. And yes, ain't no way on earth that building 7 should have came down that night, that evening. But now we know what that building was. We know exactly why. And now that we know the Pentagon was under construction where that plane supposedly hit, there was few casualties there, but it was a number, but not enough to say, I guess, this is the elite. They thinking, oh, that's collateral damage. We good with that. They, sorry, send them a check. They on to bigger and better things. I'll bring you to the Georgia Guidestones. If you're out there down south, take a visit and read exactly what it says. And now come back to #Universe25 and let's ask this question: what are they doing? What is the elite planning for us? What are they trying to do? Because we know now in September 11th that shit was fluke. If y'all want to give if y'all want to give Osama bin Laden that much credit, how he orchestrated that, if y'all want to give him that much credit, Mr. Tim Osmond, whose brother lived in Fairfax at the time, y'all know who Tim Osmond is, right? Right?
Come on,
I ain't throwing that name out for nothing. You can research this. Look it up. Tim Osmond, CIA operative. Come on.
Here's some more. Because we're dropping bombs, nukes, if you will. You want to hear another bomb?
Drop
the
it.
BBC. All right, and I'm not talking that other shit. I'm talking new shit. All right, you freaks.
Talk.
The BBC. They reported live that Building 7 had fallen, even while it stood in the foreground. Mistakes like this were only luckily caught. They would never slip past people in this age of smartphones and YouTube, at least until they figure out how to control that. And here's a fun fact, another fun fact for the audience. Did you know that news companies don't even save their old footage? And why is that? They keep no archives. Why is that? Whenever you see something like that, it was issued by maybe a third party or an independent source. It seems odd, doesn't it?
Motherfucking right.
Do you think that's a coincidence? Do you think it's a coincidence that Larry Silverstein leveraged $100 million into $7 billion worth of terrorism insurance just before September 11th? And no one, absolutely no one, batted an eye? Why is that? Why? Why?
They must think we stupid.
Nah, man. Stupid. Get the ruck out of here.
Get the mother ruck out of here. Playing with y'all today, Thursday. Y'all know tomorrow is payday for some of y'all. Get right. Don't spend all your money in one spot. Try to save it. It's good. You're welcome.
Shit. What about all of the short sales on American and United Airlines just before 9/11? That would have netted the issuers millions. But the trades were flagged for obvious reasons. Then suddenly, the issuers disappeared rather than collect their fortunes. I'm going to repeat that.
Yes, indeed.
Suddenly, the issuers disappeared as if by magic, rather than collect their fortunes. Why? Do you think that's a coincidence? Cool. Do you think that's a coincidence? Let me ask myself, is that a coincidence? Portal, would that be a coincidence?
Shame the devil. Shame him. Shame the devil.
I'll give him that much. I'll give him this much, too. He's a busy motherfucker.
Hey, motherfucking right, man. Who you think you are, is Azel?
Shit.
Hey, look, man. Look. There was the towers when it came down. That was an insurance. That was an insurance collection from I forget his name. Mine slips me, but didn't he like just purchased the motherfucker like a month ago or some shit? That was the nigga. That is the nigga. Oh my god, I missed that.
Larry Silverstein.
Larry motherfucker. Hey, he gotta be kicked up right now.
Mm-hmm.
He gotta be. Ain't gone.
Whew. Lord,
put it together now. I was like, what the fuck was I? I was lagging. Sorry, Portal.
No. This is deep enough, bro. Come on.
Hey, salute to you.
Motherfuckers was not supposed to know. You know, Larry Silverstein right now is probably listening to this broadcast, laughing his asshole.
I don't give a shit. I'm caked up. That's what he's saying.
3,000 people had to die for his fortune.
For that shit. Why this nigga ain't dead yet is what I'm saying. What's up with it?
I dare say a lot of people ate off of those poor people. Look at that.
You know what I'm saying? And look, let me
stuttering right now, bro.
Me so too. Mad at this. Let me get you. Look, and people are still dying due to the thermite and thermate.
Yes.
That dust and all that paint that was in the that's an old building. They use that old lead paint, man. And when that shit burn, that shit make matters worse. So everybody that inhaled that shit came down with different types of lung cancer and cancer this and cancer that. I mean, they dying in strange ways, and these firefighters, they probably still working and they probably sick. And their pension is still low, man. They probably upset, and they's probably visiting D.C. every month trying to get that change, and it ain't happening. It ain't happening, y'all. They don't love us, man. I told y'all, if you follow me on IG, man, I told y'all this country don't love you.
Yo,
the government don't love you.
Talk some shit, yo. Drop some of that shit you were saying on IG, bro.
Look, man, for real, they. I mean, September 11th. Fast forward, now we got every year we get at least 5 or 6, maybe 7 school shootings. This shit is the norm now. This shit can't be the norm now. I'm an 80s baby. I don't remember seeing this shit. I remember the war on drugs, though. I remember the war on drugs because every decade we had some type of issue. The 80s, it was drugs. What was the 90s? What was the 90s? The 90s was part drugs, part we about to get this shit in with some terrorist attacks. Now we got terrorist attacks and school shootings and all other type stupid shit. You just shoot. I'm not going to... Citizens of America, I'm not going to say y'all that crazy to just go willy-nilly and just go find somebody, motherfuckers, to just shoot. There's got to be some type of other type shit going on as far as MK Ultra. You know, these suspects that's getting caught that ain't doing themselves in before, they getting caught, they look wired. You look in their eyes, they look wired as if something's going on within that mind. That's why they claiming mental. I'm going to stop there.
The Dylan Rooms and the other motherfucking cracker bastards.
With the motherfucker that shot the movie theater up, the Batman, that had me scared and shit. I ain't go to theaters for a while. I was with my girl at the time. I was hoping she never wanted to go. It was a lot of money paying for 5 people too, by the way. But still, like, but that shit was mind-boggling. Like, I'm not going to the premieres no more. I'm gonna wait for about a month to go get to the theater and see that shit. Like, I haven't even seen Black Panther yet. I might go see it this weekend, but I'm not gonna give location because now I'm a factor, ain't I?
Careful now.
I might even go to Fairfax. This shit is intensifying, y'all. Y'all got to keep your heads on the swivel. That's a football term. Keep your head on the swivel. Don't get cracked back because they coming. They coming right at your blind side. We have to pay attention. We just had the Las Vegas shooting up into now 3 weeks ago. We had the shooting in Florida. Now we're back in trying to get the guns again. It's the guns. It's the guns. Guns don't say, "Hey, I want to kill some kids."
And then the NRA sitting proud on their little chairs.
Right. They can really get shit. You know what? And I blame, you know what? They can really get shit popping for the good if they wanted to, but they sitting just like the motherfuckers sitting. And as long as they keep sitting and we sitting, it's going to be a lot of sitting motherfuckers getting a lot of money except for us. We that 1%. Nope. We that 99.9%. That little 10th of percent is them. They getting all that money. Just stop, y'all. Just stop.
Come on.
Start thinking about this shit from here on out. They played games with us, and they took our civil liberties 2001. And think boa constrictor. That shit just got tighter and tighter and tighter. They got cameras everywhere. They got cameras on every street corner. They got cameras on the intersection. They now charging you for running a red light. Sometimes you're in a rush, right? If the cop can't catch me, if the cop can't catch me, I should be straight, which is a reckless act. Man, stop at the motherfucking red light. Don't go. When you see the yellow, you slow down. When you see red, you motherfucking stop. What you doing? What you doing 80 and 55 for anyway? I know you want to hit it. Hit the highway. Let me pump the brakes, man. I get the rant. No, I don't want to rant. I don't want to be a ranter. I want to make some sense when I'm ranting. No.
Nah, I'm feeling you. You know, they made films depicting this type of shit. Huh? Like, way before 9/11, they would come out with this type of shit. I'm talking about shit like Die Hard 3. Remember that movie? Die Hard with a Vengeance, I believe, where it shows the gold ferried away by dump trucks in underground tunnels.
Sure.
In that same movie. All right, wait. In that same movie, one of our favorite actors, Samuel L. Jackson, also stars in A Long Kiss Goodnight. Also, where you see villains explaining why it's easier to kill the people in an attack than just staging it. How about that X-Files spinoff, The Lone Gunman?
God damn.
Depicting this very, listen up, folks. Depicting this very incident. Such an appropriate name for a conspiracy show. Count the films where the clocks show 911. Remember what we said about gematria just last night? Ladies and gentlemen, this is #Universe25 on Ruckus Radio.
if you feeling what we spilling, hit the like button out of respect. Don't donate shit today if you don't want to. I want you to hit that like button, and I want you to hit that share, and let everybody be aware of what's going on and what happened in 2001. I know you're not supposed to say, and fuck it, I do what I want to do. Yeah, man, I hope that we were able to hit on some points. I hope people in the portal that y'all were sharing information as well, shit that we might not have hit on, you guys get our back. You know, we in this conspiracy together. Salute to Jean-Paul Shelton, my Oracle. Salute to my Engine, Regal, Royal, Ruckus, Ralph. Salute to executive producer DJ Blockchain. I'm the Illuminati Cool with a K, and up top, the CEO, Ruckus Radio, Rich. Get ready for another book, y'all. I hope we dove in, man. R4, give them your tags, man. Give them your tags.
Yes. Okay, folks, listen. You can find me at RGMC2407 at all, I'm talking about, just about everything, all right? Twitter, Periscope Television, Instagram, PayPal, Gmail at RGMC2407. And of course, right here on Ruckus Radio. And of course, this has been brought to you by Next Up, starring Nikki Jean. Coming up next, right after hashtag Universe25. Take it away, cool.
Check this out, right? Right? Peep this. This is what I want y'all to do. Everybody listening to this show right now, stay online. Don't go nowhere. Don't go anywhere. I give you 20 minutes to refill up on your drink, to roll up on your J, and stay tuned for Next Up, because Nikki Jean is going to take it away. You got me? You peep the rap? You hear me? You hear me? I ain't even got a beat. I'm going a cappella. My contact. Salute to Nikki Jean. We got Kells Wavy coming up. Yes. My name is the Illuminati Cool with the K. Okay?
Okay.
That's the IG. My PayPal is KJDAKIDD@yahoo.com. You can bless me there. Salute to Cliff Bravo for that thing. Appreciate it, brother. Yo.
Yes.
Hashtag Universe25. Take him out of here, Ralph.
Yes, y'all. You have joined us here on the U25 Express. Hashtag Universe25. Right here and only here on Ruckus Radio. Thank you, folks, for stopping by. And we will see you again on the next edition of hashtag Universe25. Good night, y'all.